What's going on, guys? Jake here. I'm excited to show you guys my new Hisuian Avalugg deck. Hisuian Avalugg is a pretty cool Pokemon. It's got Mountain Gale for 4 energies, 2 waters, and 2 colorless. That it does 100 damage, and then if a stadium is played, it does 120 more damage. Unfortunately, you have to discard that stadium. It's not a choice. You can't just do the 100 and then do the 120 if you need to. It always does it if there's a stadium in play. So kind of go through stadiums quickly, but it does do 220 damage, which is pretty insane. So seeing that attack, I decided to build this deck around the Hisuian Avalugg, and I decided to pair it with the Frosmoth because even though you can use the twin energy, still needing 2 waters and also then needing to power up multiple Avaluggs in a game, Frosmoth is, I think, necessary, but I think you could maybe make it work without it, maybe using Raihan. And I also decided to pair Frosmoth and Avalugg with Greninja and Snorlax for consistency. Greninja also can be used as a secondary attacker because we are running a water deck, which is pretty nice. And then Snorlax is nice just to get those big hands. And I also got some scoop up nuts in the deck, which acts as a switch for Snorlax specifically, but works with all of the guys. And as you guys can see, I don't have any boss in the deck. I found consistency is kind of difficult with this deck, so I basically just have draws of porters. Got 3 research for Marnie and the 1 Cynthia's Ambition. Not sure if the numbers are the most optimal, but they were working for me. And yeah, it's not too complicated of a deck. I got 2 air balloons, then some Pokemon search, 1 rod because certain matchups you need that Manaphy or you need that Greninja so you can get them back. And then we got the 1 bucket to get more water energies. I do have only 3 twin energies as well, just because you only really need 1 at a time, and I was finding I was getting more than 1 at a time. So that's the deck. Let's get in the games. I do want to mention too, going to be doing post commentary on these games, and I will be speeding the games up a little bit just so things move a little bit faster. So on the coin flip, going to be going first, and we got the option between Bergmite and Greninja. Don't really have too many basic options in this deck. We got the Frosmoth, Snorlax, Greninja, and the Bergmite. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and Manaphy. So Snorlax is nice to start with because then you can use his ability early. We didn't get him to start with, and you can't get him with that level ball, unfortunately. But we can dig a little further, but we still don't get it. But we do get an energy on the Greninja, have another energy in the hand, which is all right. Have a decent hand, but we see we are playing against Coughing, so that means he's probably got that Weezing that can turn off our abilities, which means we won't be able to use Frostmoth to accelerate energy, and we don't have boss in the deck, so I can't really target down Weezings if he tries. I don't know if that would come up, but pretty much I have to rely on Greninja to kind of do damage to bench Coughing. So if I'm trying to snipe him, and if I'm trying to kill the active, it's like I can 2-shot with Greninja, or I can just power up an Avalugg, and I have to have a stadium in play. So kind of a little bit of an annoying matchup, but at the same time, it's a slower deck, so I think we can manage. And he gets a Bidoof down, and he might Marnie's us. So I can evolve into an Avalugg. I've got 2 energies, Air Balloon, Cynthia's Ambition. Air Balloon I think makes sense to put on the Snom, even though I'm not going to be able to accelerate energies with Frosmoth. Like, Snom's a good pivot. I play an energy on the Greninja, Cynthia's Ambition, get down some more Bergies, and I think I'm just going to pass. But next turn I will be able to get an attack off the Greninja, and if he decides to bench more guys for some reason, that'd be a surprise because yeah, I think it would make sense to get down Manaphy. But if he doesn't get down Manaphy and benches more non-V Pokemon, I can just snipe him with Greninja next turn. So that'll be pretty good. He will be able to start getting poison damage on me this turn with his Weezing's attack. We do see the Crobat coming out. I don't know if that's usual for Weezing decks, but it is nice for us to see, so we can knock it out and get 2 prizes from it. He gets a Zigzagoon down and pings that benched Avalugg, and he does get another Coughing down. So we got options of things to KO with Greninja this turn. And he also gets a Coughing with an energy down on it. So get another Air Balloon. Don't really need it right now. I'm going to play the Training Court just so I can get it out of my hand, and I can get energy back if I need it. And just gonna play the Marnie and get that scoop up net. And as I see that, I think maybe there's a chance Greninja can live. If he doesn't ping Greninja with a Zigzagoon on his turn, I will not die to poison coming back into my turn. So that is something good that could work out for us. And I do have the Ordinary Rod, which I always think of as Super Rod just because when I started playing, Super Rod was in the format. But I can always get Greninja back with the Ordinary Rod. So if it does get knocked out, I can do that too. But I do decide to snipe the Coughing and the Bidoof because getting rid of the Bidoof prevents him from getting the Bib Barrel, and that could slow him down. And also getting rid of the Coughing is nice, so then he can maybe stop him from getting out more Weezings. So we do see the Samurott, and I think maybe I've seen a Samurott Weezing deck, which makes more sense seeing the Crobat, but maybe I haven't and I'm just misremembering things too. But seeing the Samurott again, it's like we can knock it out to get more than one prize in a turn, and also it's something that's one-shottable with the Avalugg, which is just a little, it makes it a little, it's nicer to have to waste a stadium and do 220 damage to a Pokemon that it's actually going to matter than versus like Weezing, where it's like we're overkilling it by 100. And we're going to get Marnie, but I think that's all right. Really, we need to get rid of this Weezing though, because only getting one energy in play per turn is really slow for this deck. So it comes back over to us, and we've got lots of Bergmites. We have an Avalugg. We can Training Court Energy back in. We can Level Ball. I mean, Level Ball can get us Snom, Manaphy, Bergmite, another Frosmoth, none of which are really that helpful at the moment, I'm pretty sure. And we have Marnie. So we can Marnie him down, get rid of a few cards. But the nice thing is Avalugg does have a lot of health, so even though he can poison us and it'll do 40 and we can't use abilities, like it'll take a couple turns, so maybe we can get something going between now and then. So we're gonna pass it back over to him and see what he has going for him. Do you have the 2 twin energies, which is good, so I can start to power up a guy and actually have the twin, so I don't have to go 4 waters. And he decides to boss the benched Avalugg that I put an energy on, which is really annoying. But he literally swapped it with another one, so I can start powering up that one, or I could go with the one with it, the unevolved one, and just search out for the Avalugg right now, which is what I decided to do, I believe. And yeah, as long as he doesn't just keep bossing up my guys, I'm going to be able to get one of them powered up and eventually get an offense attack. And at the moment, he's bench locked. So if he doesn't scoop up a Zigzagoon, he's not going to get down another Weezing, which means I'm going to have 1 turn, I think. Actually, technically, no. He could still bench a Coughing as soon as this is knocked out, and then attack with Ascension, I think it's called, and end up with another Weezing. So I guess never mind. So hopefully that just doesn't happen, and I can get rid of this Weezing and have an opportunity to use Frosmoth finally. And he decides to use Marnie there, guessing it's his only supporter. It gave me an extra card, but kind of nice because I get the research, but I don't have another twin. But at the same time, I really didn't need another twin. So I get a water, and I have the Training Court in place, so I will be able to get another water pretty much guaranteed for next turn, as long as he doesn't counter my stadium. And I'm contemplating playing that Level Ball. I'm not sure for what. I think I just decided to thin, yeah. Get rid of the Manaphy, I don't need it, and decide not to play Level Ball just so I can get rid of everything. I guess I would have been more efficient to thin if that's what I was trying to do, to play the Level Ball, but maybe I wasn't trying to thin, I'm not sure. But I get a bunch of cards with the research, which is nice. And I actually scoop up my my active and prevent prize from being taken, which is pretty fun. And at the same time, though, now I'm just going to have to kind of stick another guy in the active and wait it out. I'm not sure who I decide to send up here, but I think it's still kind of nice preventing him from taking a prize, or holding it, holding it back for a little bit longer. Not sure how to say that. But we are winning the prize trade still, so I decided to leave Frosmoth in the active too, and that's just because I got the air balloon, and just 40 damage on it isn't really going to be too impactful. I know Samurott V has got that. Oh no, is that Typhlosion who's got the, one of them's got the V that like knocks you out if you got 4 damage counters. I think Samurott V just does 4 damage counters. He can just place 4, so never mind. I guess the 4 damage counters means something because then Samurott can knock it out plus a Zigzagoon, but it doesn't have that much HP either way is all I was trying to get at. But I decided to pull out the Snorlax so I can get it out of the deck. I'm pretty sure now I'm trying to thin, and I will be able to knock out the Weezing here, which is good. So then I'll finally be able to play Frosmoth. I'm going to get another Avalugg in play, and I do have a research. I don't really need that other Snom, I don't think, and I think I still have my Rod because my Greninja I don't think has been shuffled back yet, so I will be able to Rod the Snom back if I really need it, and I get to go for the first Avalugg attack there and do 220, knock him out, gets rid of my Training Court, but I've got a handful of energy, so I'm alright. And now we're gonna get rolling, hopefully, but he does play another Coughing immediately, so maybe not. But it seems like by the looks of it, he plays that Raihan, accelerates energy to the Samurott, that he is going to commit to attacking with Samurott, so maybe the Coughing is just gonna be chilling on the bench actually. And he evolves into the Samurott VStar, which can do the 110, and if I've got damage counters, it does, what is it, 220? I'm not sure. A lot more. Yeah, 220 if I've got any damage counters. And I think we've seen all of his guys. I was just checking his discard there. So he does decide to use his V-Star, which makes it so I am going to get knocked out. But even though he knocks me out there, like now that I have my Frosmoth in play, I've got 3 Avaluggs on the bench. I can chain attacks together pretty easily now. And I'm actually going to be able to pretty much get 2 Avaluggs almost fully powered up right now. I'll be able to get 1 completely powered up, another water on another one. I'll have a twin for next turn. I'm just missing 1 more water. But I'm not sure if I decide to play the Marnie because it's like I have to get rid of a twin, which I think I've already used one. So that means I'll have to draw into this next twin if I do decide to Marnie. But my deck is getting pretty low. And I do actually have a scoop up net too, so I can, if he does have trouble one-shotting an Avalugg, I'll be able to prevent him from taking a prize and scoop up net. I will lose energies, but it's just it's nice to have an option. Yeah. Marnie also doesn't seem to be like gonna really affect his hand too much. He's got 4 cards, so I think it's fine to play it too. Just pretty much whether I decide to try and get those waters or not, and I end up getting them. So but I do have, I'm checking my discard pile there. I'm kind of running low on waters, I believe. I've got 9 total, 3 in play, 3 in my hand. I think there was a couple in my discard pile. I'm actually pretty sure there might not even be any in my deck at this point, and I don't know that. So the Capacious Bucket, I think I should have played before I attached those water energies, because now I'm going to realize I don't have any water energies left, and I pretty much need my Training Court or Super Rod to get them back, and my 3rd Avalugg there is just kind of sitting there without any energies on it and could totally just get bossed up and kind of stall me for a long time. But either way, I decided to attack and get the 220 off on the Samurott as we see him Bergkeeper and get another Weezing in play probably. But not looking too bad. I am in a pretty good position to win. I do need Greninja, but if I can get Greninja and a couple energies, I can hit that Samurott on the bench and then hit a Zigzagoon, and that's game. So I think I have Super Rod in my, or not Super Rod, Ordinary Rods in my deck. And then I think I might still have some ball searches. So what I would need to get is basically, and I also only have 8 cards in my deck, and I'll draw 1, so then I'll have 7. So if I research, I'll draw my full deck, and including those ball cards, so then I can Ordinary Rod, draw into the last few things with the ball searching, but I would still need energy. So I think I need it. Yeah. Okay. So I need to do the Ordinary Rod first and then research. Hope I kind of get everything I need. I think even I'm able to discard an energy with Greninja to draw into the last few cards if I need it. And then I'll have enough energies left over to use Frosmoth, attachment to Greninja, and snipe the Samurott and the Weezing or Zigzagoons. So I do just that. I put everything back, grab the research, use the quick ball, grab the Greninja, and I've got Training Court plus 2 energies. I don't have any in my discard pile though, but I'm pretty sure there is a twin in my deck. So if I use Greninja, I can discard a water. Then I'll have a twin left, or a twin in my hands. You can use Training Court to get the water, and then I'll have just enough energies to attack the Greninja. So this is a pretty close game, turned out, and it was pretty fun. So, yeah, didn't get to see how kind of aggressive you can kind of be with Avalugg if things work out well, but I think it was definitely a pretty cool game to showcase the deck to start with. So it was cool to see Samurott. Haven't seen a whole lot of people playing Samurott, but I think it's a pretty good Pokemon V. I don't have any myself, but it'd be fun to try and get them. But I was also thinking of trying to make some kind of turbo deck with the like Mew engine that people have been playing in the VIP passes, because I've got quite a few of those cards already. And maybe making like a non-V turbo deck kind of sounds fun, just a single prize one. But let's get on to the next game. So got a Berg might start, and we see the Chansey coin, so maybe he's playing Blissey. See, he's got Radiant Greninja and then the Bronzor, which I'm not 100% sure if Bronzor can move steel energies between old Pokemon, Bronzong I mean, but we'll see, because I'm guessing that's why he has that, to swap the steels and stuff around. I use the Radiant Greninja, discard energy, get some cards, and I actually have the Snorlax start, but my Bergmite's stuck in the active, which is kind of the thing with this deck. It's like you need an air balloon if you start off with Snom or Bergmite, because both have high retreat costs. I can't mainly retreat them with just an energy. Greninja I could, Manaphy I could, but otherwise I need a balloon or a scoop up net. And we do see the Blissey, so it is a Blissey deck. It plays Avery, but no worries because I only have the 3 guys on the bench. And yeah, I'm still not sure about the Bronzong, if he can switch energies, but he must be able to switch them between non-steel guys. Like, otherwise he wouldn't be playing it. Or maybe he's just playing it and he's just kind of got Blissey to do something else. But he decides to search out the Dunsparce, which isn't going to be doing anything in this matchup. I thought maybe he would like quick ball one more time and try and thin, but I guess he was just trying to prevent from drawing next turn, I guess. I end up researching and get another Snorlax, which I don't need. Thankfully this game, of course, I don't have to worry about Weezing, so once I get Frosmoth in play, I can start getting my energies into play. I think I'm going to concealed cards. Yeah, get a little bit deeper into the deck, find the scoop up net. So if I'm able to find Frosmoth and power up a guy in the bench, I could possibly get an attack off this turn. And I do have access to 1 energy in my discard pile, but I decided to just scoop up and then go into Snorlax. Then I'm going to thin out my hand a little bit so I can draw as many cards as possible with Snorlax. I'm pretty sure all of my Bergmites were put down this turn though after that scoop up net, so I can't even evolve them. Yeah. I can get 1 energy into play though, just manually attaching it. Or more so because I only have 1 energy in my hand. But I Snorlax, get a couple cards, see the twin, so that's great. But I will need another scoop up net next turn in order to move Snorlax, and I only got 2, so down 1. I only have 1 left. Use Inia there, got a lot of cards. I don't think I've used Inia at all in any of my decks yet, but I haven't. I mean, to be fair, I haven't made a whole lot of decks, but seems like a pretty fun supporter to use. And like when you're trying to discard energies, like in Blissey, it's pretty cool to use. I like the synergy. Passes over to me. I think he used Tornadus and I swapped into Snom, so makes it a little bit easier potentially to get it out of the active because I could air balloon it, but I still need to find it. So, and I don't have a draw supporter, so I just kind of need to draw into the air balloon or the scoop up net with Greninja like right now, and I get it. So thankfully I'm gonna be able to get an attack off this turn. I don't have. I'm pretty sure. I don't have. I was trying with Choice Band in the deck to begin with, literally for Blissey, because I think that's like the only thing that has 250 HP. The only V that at least was coming to my mind when I was building the deck. But I decided to get rid of the Choice Band or Choice Belt, whichever one it's called. I can't remember. Because it just seemed to not be necessary, and I was having issues with consistency. So I'm not gonna be able to one-shot the Blissey, but I still do a lot, and it's easily gonna two-shot it unless he like fully heals or something. So passes over to him. Decides to switch into his Starmie, who's got the free retreat. Also, hopefully you guys can't hear my washing machine right now. It's going, but I'm guessing you guys won't be able to hear it at all. But and we do see the Bronzong come out. I don't think I'm pretty sure I don't even check to see how that ability works, but oh, there it is. Yeah, I'll just put it up on the screen just so you guys can see it. But again, I'm not 100% sure if he can swap steals between Blisseys, even though they're not steel types. But just switches back into the Blissey, and I think this is a really cool idea to put in your Blissey deck, to put the Spicy Curry or whatever that card is called, because then you heal the status when you play Blissey, a special energy on Blissey with its abilities. That's pretty cool. But he passes back over to me, and I'm just gonna be able to get a knockout, and he decides to scoop it up, which is totally fair. It's nice getting another win with the deck. I tried out a lot of different versions of Avalugg in testing. I originally wanted to use the Hisuian Basculin as well, and the Basculegion. I thought that'd be really cool, like having both his new Hisuian or 2 new Hisuian forms in the same deck. And Basculin's attack is pretty sick. It's like a battle VIP pass. Of course, you actually have to attack, but it has no energy cost, so that's pretty sweet. And then Basculegion's got like a revenge attack. If one of your guys was knocked out, it does 120 and it confuses, which is pretty sweet. But in game 3, I lead with the Snorlax. This is actually like the most ideal start I think I could possibly have. I'm able to get a balloon on the Snom, swap, get a twin energy on the Bergmite, and then get a Gourmandize off. And my hand's looking pretty good too. Passes over to him, and we see he is playing Arceus with Crobat, which is pretty cool. And he gets the energy acceleration, whatever that attack is called, with the twin energy on the first turn, which is super ideal for him. I get an energy on, and I get my Frosmoth, so I'm able to get an energy, and then I Marnie. As long as I get another energy and a Stadium, I'm able to get a knockout, and I do. So I'm going to be able to get a knockout on the second turn of the game with Avalugg on Arceus V, which is pretty crazy. This is like, the deck was working this game, so that was pretty fun. Get 2 prizes, heads back over to him. If I get another Stadium and he doesn't evolve this, I can knock out the Crobat and end the game, but he does have he's got a Crobat, and he's got several other cards to work with, I'm sure. So not going to be winning on the third turn of the game, but he has this thing that's totally powered up, and I can't remember how much damage. 180 is what I think I just saw. So And I'm basically have 170 HP, so he's gonna be able to one-shot Avalugg, unfortunately. But see the canceling clone, which is cool. I'm honestly not 100% sure how that works. I remember when I was playing, I was like, can I use Frosmoth's ability still? But I can. I'm pretty sure it's just whoever was there at that moment, which he knocked him out. And I don't think he needed to use canceling clone to knock him out, but cool to see that card. I think it's probably like pretty good in some decks, V decks that like can't kill Miltank. I think is the reason you play it. But Go Greninja, use the discard to draw 2 cards. Play an Ultra Ball, get rid of the Manaphy. I don't think I need it. Get another Avalugg in play, or get an Avalugg in play, and then Marnie and hope I get some energies, and I do, which is great. Chaining together attacks with Avalugg, which is the deck is just flowing right now. Can Ice Dance both those energies on, but I don't unfortunately have another Twin or any water energies, and I'm not taking a knockout this turn, so I need a supporter for next turn. Otherwise, I'm pretty much depending on Greninja to draw me 2 cards and draw into supporter, and then I'm still gonna need energies at that point. So any Averys, I don't think it's too big of a deal because I can just discard the Snorlax. I don't really plan on using it anymore. But at the same time, maybe it would have been good to keep it because I'm in like top decking a position where I kind of just have to top deck stuff. So, and I didn't get anything good with my top deck there, and now I have the Greninja. I do get a Marnie and a bucket, so if I can get a Twin, I can get a knockout. I have 1 left. Gonna get both of the waters in on the Avalugg, I'm pretty sure. And I decided to go on the Greninja, and I think that's because I can knock out the active. As long as I got a water energy, I can knock out the active and then soften up the bench, which I'm thinking I was trying to soften up the benched Crobat in hindsight in case he were to evolve into a VMax. Although Arceus could evolve and I wouldn't be able to one-shot it either with Avalugg, so I pretty much just had to choose. But I think this was okay because then I'm able to get my 3 prizes and I'm kind of bricking, so it was basically not 100% chance that I could get the Twin with Avalugg, and so I'm at least making progress in the prize trade. So now I just need 1 more prize. I could knock out the active if I get all the cards I need. Get the Avalugg powered up, but he also has an Arceus on the bench who can attack with, or a Moltres who he could also attack with, and both could kill my guys, no problem. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Moltres could kill Avalugg and Arceus, and everything can kill Greninja. So he does Marnie me, goes Arceus V or VStar, Starbursts, so he's gonna be able to get whatever he wants. I'm pretty sure he Marnie me. Yeah, and he grabs the Twin. He either had the switch or he grabbed it. And he's just going to be able to knock out Greninja and then accelerate energy, so he's got another option for an attacker. So I still have my Frosmoth, but I do need energies, which is a constant theme with this deck. You just need energies all the time. So let's see what we get here. We need a supporter, and we don't get it. And Greninja's dead. So we have no way to draw. If I get a Rod, I can put it back in the deck, and you can see the Rod is in the deck, but yeah, it's not looking good at this point. So I'm just gonna put down as many energies as I can and kind of pray that he doesn't just boss and kill my guy. I'm just gonna send up my other Snom with an air balloon and hope that he just knocks it out. Another card that I was thinking about putting in the deck was Lapras. It's like the 3 energy costing Lapras. I had seen it in one of those Palkia Turbo decks that paralyzes it's like a revenge attack as well. But this situation definitely wouldn't have helped. As you can see, he bossed me and you know, just took out my Frosmoth. But I can just search out another Frosmoth, but I do need a couple more energies, and I'm not going to be able to boss this guy in the bench there because I don't have any boss, and I'm not going to be able to one-shot the guy in the active because I softened up the Crobat on the bench, anticipating a Crobat VMax. So, and actually I'm not able to get the Frosmoth. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Either it's in the discard pile, or I just didn't have enough cards because of needing to discard 2 for the Ultra Ball. And he has another boss, bosses up my Avalugg with energies, and is just able to take it out. It's just really sad. So at this point, it's like I need 4 energies, a twin, and 2 waters, 4 waters, Frosmoth. I mean, I need a draw Sporter. And that game that looked like it was so good to start with turned out to be a loss, but I still had to include it because the start was so good, like so strong, being able to kind of seemingly outpace Arceus V. But Arceus V can recover pretty well, I think, or at least it was able to against a single prize deck. But overall, I had a lot of fun with the deck. I think I'd like to do some more single prize decks pretty soon in the future. That's probably what I'll be working on next. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, I definitely recommend trying out Hisuian Avalugg with Frosmoth. Might take some time, and definitely, like, if you're interested in trying out my list, there's I'll put the team in the description, but you could definitely make changes. It's definitely not perfect, and if you do have any suggestions or stuff that could be improved, definitely let me know. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I really appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out.